Gotten a lot of comments on the Why Fishermen Hate Each Other video, and I think it's time to sort of respond and add a little context into what happened. I'm not trying to change any minds. You can have whatever kind of opinion and perspective you want, but I think it's important to talk about some details and kind of the philosophy and what went into why I put that up. First things first, I'll be the first to admit when I put that up, I was extremely frustrated. You know, we've been fishing a lot of offshore stuff, and I've figured a lot out about it. And this is not the first time where guys are just creeping up and dropping waypoints, and then they come back and just jump on stuff. And in the end, like, the lake is for everybody. You know, I don't care where you fish. If I cared about people getting spots or anything like that, I'd probably never put up like the over, what is it, like 1,500 videos that I have up now. You know, I'm about people learning. Like, you need to be open and create a network and sort of exchange what you have. But at the same time, I'm about people working too. Like, it's not about just taking something and figuring it out. It's about learning it and going through the process. And you know, maybe this instance wasn't the best example of it, but I've just seen so many anglers out there, especially in this offshore stuff. Like, because let me throw in some details here too. Like, the fish that I found out there, this was like a 10-foot by 10-foot square on flat sandy bottom that's the same everywhere. And basically you got to idle around and you got to kind of look for it right and then find ones that you can actually catch. So there's kind of an art to it that you figure out. They're either in that kind of setup or they're on like one stump, like in 24 feet of water in the middle of the lake. This was almost like a quarter mile offshore, and it's real kind of like detailed work. So it's not like it's like an underwater grass bed that's 50 yards long or an underwater point or something, you know, like a general kind of like community thing. Like, these are small, like, intricate details that you got to find, and it takes some time to do it. And, like, you know, I post everything that I catch, you know, and I'm open with it, and I don't have a problem with that because that's kind of the principle I started doing the vids with, is sharing my experience. I may not know everything, but I figure some stuff out from time to time and sharing that experience, and then hopefully other guys will share their experience. But even though I'm open to the sharing thing, like, I'm not going to post a waypoint. Like, would you? I'm not going to. Like, in the end, those are the kind of little things that you work for. So that's kind of the thing that really got me with this. This kind of behavior, this thing, this situation happened multiple times, and I guess this is just the one time that set me off. But it's guys not willing to do the work or put the time in. Like, I don't care if you need some help or if you want to learn something. Like, I need to do that too. But at the same time, I expect myself to put the time in. I get 1 or 2 days to fish a week on the weekends. Like, I'm not, you know, trying to ask for a bunch of stuff. I'll ask for help, but at the same time, I want to work to find my thing, find my little groove, find my little niche. And I think that's what kind of makes fishing a unique sport. You know, in a sense, you're fishing in a group, but at the same time, it's a very independent, it's a self-centered sport. Like, we're out there to kind of figure out something more than the other guy. And I think there's value to that, and being independent and being kind of like staunchly stubborn like that. Now, maybe that got the best of me out there, and maybe just having this situation where guys are kind of, you know, just not putting work in and, you know, creeping up, dropping waypoints. I guess maybe I probably did freak out a bit and lose it on this guy, but, you know, fishing is fun, but I guess I take it kind of serious too. And it's about having fun, but what makes it fun is the amount of effort and work you put into it, and that's why I have sort of value, or that's why I value it. It's not about it being easy all the time or just kind of coming together. So I just thought it'd be good to kind of chat about some of the details with that. It's not just, you know, me freaking out over one guy creeping up. And I mean, that, you know, guys fish grass lines all the time. You're not going to like freak out over some dude coming down a grass line, but it's a little more nuanced than that. And like I said, maybe I got overly frustrated, but I do believe in people putting in work to figure stuff out. Fishing's fun, there's no doubt about it, but what makes it fun is that it's a challenge. So I guess that's what kind of got to me the most. But you can have whatever opinion you like. I just thought it'd be good to kind of respond or throw my response the way I see it out to some of the comments that are out there. So tight lines, guys, and if you want and you haven't, check out some of the other videos. I'm not asking for you to like them or anything, but it's better to have a full picture idea of kind of the stuff that I put together in my frame of mind versus just interpreting something off of one vid. But do what you want. All right, guys, tight lines.